Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to CCT. It's me and Mr. Renard taking you through the action yet again. Today, of course, we are in our West Europe Series 2, the purple theme, as we head into playoffs. And unfortunately, some of these teams, they'll have a very quick stint here in the playoff stage. Of course, round of 16 opening things up big. Apex, iNation, 500, Copenhagen Flames, Godesent, Sangal, and Monty all invited to play here in the playoffs. Of course, Freddie, there can be only one winner. And points being prizes in these tournaments, of course. You're looking for that first spot. You get the most points and the highest chance of making the studio finals. So, yes, one goal in mind for everyone. Only one team can do it. We've got 4BO3s to bring you today. Godesent Spirit Academy starting things off. Monty Heat, the game we're taking after that, Freddie. And then we're passing it over to 500 Endpoint and then Apex Eyeballers. So, some pretty banging Counter-Strike to start today.
Yeah, completely agreed. And for starters, we have got the reigning champions up first. Would be weird to think that these guys have actually come through the closed qualifiers once again, but they have. Spirit Academy are looking to come through the closed qualifiers and win it out twice in a row. Their first opponent will be Godesent, and I actually feel bad for Godesent. You know, this is going to be such a hard game for them. They've been invited, which is not normally, to be fair, we can both agree, Godesent are not normally a team that actually do get invited. They're normally a team that have to trudge through the main Swisses. So for them being invited on the face of it is really cool and really good. However, you're playing up against the reigning champions, as I was just saying, and that's going to be really difficult. You can see the bracket on the screen right now. It's a very interesting teams all around the books. You've got some established teams, and then some other teams like iNation, Nexus, LDRC for that matter, maybe even Eyeballers and Apex who are trying to path their way. So I feel like it's a really interesting set of teams we have in the playoffs right now, Ryan.
Yeah, it's going to be a fun one to watch. City Spirit Academy guys can do it again. Of course, it's Godesent, the team that they're playing against first. We'll start off by talking about, of course, the Team Spirit Academy side. Not much has changed. In fact, nothing has. They're called an academy team, and to be honest with you, Freddie, they've only got 4 people, technically 4 people in their roster, which is crazy to think about.
Yeah.
Like, well, how does that work? Well, if you didn't know, Mr. Sotfik was originally the coach of this academy team, if I'm not mistaken, right? He was he was the man that was meant to be just calling the shots in the 6th slot. And somehow, I don't know, like, how the hell it's even happened, but we're now talking a top 40 team in the world playing with a coach and for very young individuals. Of course, you're looking at your Art Frosts and your Donks, praised very highly, those 2 individuals. You got Baz, you got Zontix. Like, we're looking at a very, very strong Spirit Academy side. I don't think there's any denying that. And these guys, individually, I think everyone can perform. And that's the thing that gets them so far, is that, sure, Art Frost and Donk, insanely good players, but Zontix, Baz, Sotfik can all have their moments. And that's what makes this team special.
Yeah, and I think something that I want to look at that I was that's really spoken to me quite loudly is the fact that this academy team has produced the likes of Patsy and Siren basically this time last year, who moved to the main Spirit roster. This team has produced Chiron, who is now playing on a major winning team. This team has produced Owner, who's now playing on Bait. So you've got this Spirit Academy who have potentially in the past not proved themselves very highly as a team, but have produced some serious names, and now they're doing both. They're producing the names and they're doing very impressively. When it comes to the academy leagues, they won they came second in the academy league at the end of last year, and now going into international CS, they have come out the gate swinging. You mentioned there both Donk and Artfrost. Yeah, you gotta give them to them. These 2 are turning, I think, everyone in your great grandnan, your great grandpa's head. However, I want to take a look at Zontic. I feel like he's flown under the radar, and especially in this tournament, he's been producing some ridiculous numbers. And I feel like he's someone that, when you talk about the roster, you don't necessarily bring him up because he gets overshadowed. However, he is incredibly good. And now looking at Godesent, it's the Swedes.
Yes, indeed. Of course, it's Joel, the man that I guess applies most of the Donk Art Frost situation. He has had an unbelievable time here at Godesent. A 1.13 over the past 3 months. He's 18 years old. Guy's an absolute animal. Cannot wait to see him on the server again today. Of course, you've got your Rusties, your Drakens, your ZTRs, your Plopskis. Very, very heavy amounts of experience. It's the one thing that Godesent are going to have over every other team in this tournament, is everyone bar Joel has played at a tier 1 level, right? And maybe you could even put Joel into like the tier 1.5 bracket, having played with Monty at the RMR.
Yeah.
Like, look, these guys, they know everything, right? Obviously, Plopsky played on NIP, Draken played on NIP, Rusty, he's been on Gamer Legion when they were peaking into, like, the Tier 1 scene. ZTR obviously played on Young Ninjas, got the chance at NIP. There's a common theme, right? Everyone in this roster has seemed at one point to have played in one of the biggest names in Swedish Counter-Strike, right? So what does that tell you? These guys are very experienced, they're very good at the game, they know what they're doing when it comes to server time, and they know how to apply themselves in certain scenarios that other teams wouldn't. So these guys definitely will be looking for that. Before we head to the veto, Freddie, I do want to have a little chat about it, because, of course, Spirit Academy going to ban Ancient. Godesent, they play all the maps. Do they ban? I mean, it's got to be Vertigo. I think that's the most sensible ban. Spirit Academy love playing Vertigo. But then, obviously, Spirit Academy, they're good on every map. They can punish wherever, right? Like, maybe they go for an Inferno. Do you think about maybe playing an Anubis because you've played it so many times? Like, Spirit Academy have choice. Godesent, not so much.
Yeah, I think so. For Godesent, you're definitely banning Vertigo for both what you just said about how Spirit Academy are really good in it, and then on the flip side, I think you can just play the card of Godesent have won it twice out of the last 10 times. So they're definitely going to try and avoid that. However, Spirit Academy, like they pick into Nuke, they pick into Anubis, they can pick into anything. And I think it will probably be it probably will be an Anubis on the basis that it's one of Godesent's least played maps, and whenever they have won it, it's looked really close and it hasn't looked that decisive. To be honest, Nuke wouldn't even be that too far off as well. So I think Spirit Academy have a really nice position where they can have free reign to pick into both, or like one of their 3 favorite maps. And then honestly, it's just going to be such a difficult one for Godesent, because you're playing all 7 maps, grand. You're playing as a Spirit who...
Wow.
Ooh, yeah, okay. This kind of... I'm glad to see Wait, Spirit Academy ban Anubis?
Yeah, I mean, maybe
that's an interesting one.
No, I don't know. Like,
Have we lost Ryan? I think we might have lost Ryan mid-sentence. Yeah. Oh, sorry. I think we've lost Ryan mid-sentence, and I was about to say I was like, I don't know. Oh, he's timed out. Okay. The game is live, however, so the veto is not going to be as apparent. But yeah, so he was. I assume he was going to make the point of Anubis being banned, and that probably could just be in part of how Spirit are pretty good at like every other map, as I was saying. Like, they are still incredibly potent at both Overpass and Mirage. Mirage is a decider. It's going to be very valuable for Spirit Academy. And now, heading into map number 1. It's the first round of the CCT Western Europe Series number 2 playoffs. The reigning champions that are Team Spirit Academy will be looking to take their first victim here up against Godesent, the Swedes over on Nuke. It's going to be actually Team Spirit losing their opening pick over towards ramp. However, Spirit, they're going to be cascading onto this A bomb site. The bomb's going to go down. Draken's been gooshed already in heaven. He's been forced away. However, very quick rotations. Joel's just going to catch off Art Frost. And these dual Berettas up close and personal are going to do a lot of damage. It's actually the USPs that get the majority of the kills. And it's going to be Godesent getting all of them. Oh, I think we are saying welcome back to Mr. Bernard.
mate, TeamSpeak went down. Don't know what to say. It just all dropped. I just got punted out of the server. Just
oh
see you
yeah,
later.
So did Tom actually.
Yeah,
over on the close qualifiers.
Isn't a me thing, don't worry.
That really confused because you were mid-sentence and I was like, has Ryan dropped?
Yeah, I don't know. I had to check my internet. I was like, what the hell just happened? Like, I don't know what to say.
You know what? Well, I'll pick you back up to scratch. So Godesent just won the pistol round quite cleanly. The bomb went down, however, and Spirit they won't actually invest in.
I did see That is interesting, to be honest. Like, I don't know why they get a bomb plant and they don't buy. Maybe they're just looking for comfort in rifles in the next round. I don't particularly know, Freddie, to be honest with you. But a very conserved way of playing the T side. And well, I guess when you have the Eagles, sometimes you know the magic does just happen. And Zontic's hitting the headshot, not the prettiest idea to see. Plopsky swings out, only good for the one. It's a dink trade from Artfrost. Glock baz another. What is going on, Freddie?
Okay, you know what? I was gonna say the Deagles, maybe they are good enough, but just about Rusty just stabilizes a little bit. And that's exactly right in front of us already, Ryan, how dangerous this team can be. Deagles, no armor, and the amount of damage really is going to impact the economy of Godesent. And now on the AKs, and already the AWP for Artfrost, I think we could be seeing a little bit more damage here with the full buy.
Maybe that's why. Maybe that's why they took the eco, Freddy, because they knew that they were going to get an AWP out in round 3, which, by the way, is going to catch Godesent so off guard.
Yeah, how has he got that out already?
I don't know.
I guess he just didn't buy up in round number 2, and that's kind of maybe the reason for not buying after the bomb down, so you could get a round like this. Draken on the scouts, his weapon's just not as big, sadly, and already they've lost the man advantage.
Loving this. Look at the pressure towards outside. Donk has got one. Zontix has caught Plopsky off. Just like that. 2 versus 4, sorry. Joel, Draken. Really gotta pucker up to the challenge here and see if they can take it on the chin. Right now it's not looking too great. Scout and an M4. Joel's probably thinking about his way out of the round. Draken, probably the same, to be honest with you. Every penny he had, it was invested into this round. So the fact that they what do they want to save? Kind of tells you everything. But the money goes bust. CT side concede a first, but more integrally, Freddie, that's 3 rifles and an AWP that's kept for Team Spirit Academy. The luxuries right now that Godesent just can't afford to put up is all in Team Spirit's pockets.
And exactly what I was talking about, that second round, because they only keep 1 rifle alive. Look, they're going to have 1,400 loss bonus and only an M4 and Scout saved over. This is already quite a rough start for Godesent. They've been put under pressure quite early on. That pistol round looked really nice, to be honest. It just all went well for them. However, ever since then, I can't say it's been the same case. The investment's going to be weak, but it's going to be there. Joel's dropped over an SMG, I would assume, or has he just dropped over a pistol? But they've got 2 pistols, an SMG, the saved M4 and Scout up against the full investment. Spirit Academy, this is them looking to get pretty much a third, right? You win this, you put them on the eco, you get a third.
Frost on the AWP. Oh, NT brother, he's gonna be hurting if he watches that round back. Had he stayed on the angle probably for what, a second longer? This would have been a 5v4 in favor of the T side. Instead, they have to settle for numbers level. Still that 5 versus 5, but let's not forget, as you were talking about, Freddie, you know, in this round, while Team Spirit Academy were rebuying the rifles, it was Eagles and SMGs claimed by the CT side. So, yeah, nice advantage picked up upon by Draken, the Scout finding Sophic, but at the end of the day, still a lot of work to be done, my friends, and straight in towards Secret they go. Glass is broken behind them. Joel cannot hit that shot.
What a shot. I think how I see this is after that opening pick, you're actually putting it back into an even, like, that's making it even. Having the advantage in terms of manpower when you've got this low weaponry is what you need. However, what a shot from Rusty. These are really crispy right now, and it's exactly what you need if you want to be prowling yourself forward. 3 rifles stuck on the B bomb site currently. Zontic, he's the only man not with the rest of his team, and he'll be looking to backstab 2 players. This could be the difference maker this play right now. However, I think ZTR is literally right around the corner. Yeah, ZTR's still boosted up, I think, actually on ramp. So ZTR is going to catch him off guard, and now the pressure's being applied so heavily towards Donk and Baz. Baz will get the bomb down, however, that's all she'll write. ZTR, after getting that first drag, will get 2 more, and Godesent, fair enough, what a round to win. They themselves saved 3 rifles and an AWP over Ryan.
Fair enough. I can't hate that at all. That is exceptional Counter-Strike being played by a team that didn't really have the weaponry to do what they've just done. That was a pretty straightforward round for Team Spirit Academy on paper. You know, you had those rifles, you had an AWP, you had all of the luxuries. Admittedly, you can bring them all back out now. Look at this buy again. Team Spirit Academy don't flinch in making it work. But again, Freddie, like, I'm looking at this investment, obviously, for the CT side now. It's gone from Deagles and SMGs and maybe a Scout and an M4 to an AWP, double AK, one M4, 3 AKs, in fact, and an M4. So Godesent have really found some luxury in this follow-up round. Question is, can they, of course, make it work?
That's the question that we all want to see answered. Art Frost hasn't had the most success on the AWP just yet. Draken's going to be gifted one on the free upgrade, as you were just saying. And oh, missed outside smokes? Okay, that's not a sign that you would imagine being the problem. And Plops is going to capitalize upon that and get 2 frags early off the doors, Ryan. How's that happen then?
Yeah, it's a big fumble for the CT side. They are going to be very happy walking away with those missed cross smokes, as you said, Freddie. Now, of course, maybe looking elsewhere, maybe looking to penalise across the board the AWP, finding a wallbang, excuse me. Plopsky, I was going to say a headshot for Baz as well. And ultimately, things do simmer back down, and it's not looking terrible here for the T side. 2 versus 3. It's definitely a manageable scenario. Now, about they end up going. Where do you stick and execute towards? Is it going to be a play? Are you going to continue to head towards upper, or you're going to look a little elsewhere? Are you going to look towards her? Oh, Joel.
Oh, no.
He's got the flank. He's got them both walking in. There's your first. Baz turns back, but the bomb's already dropped. 25 seconds. Joel played that beautifully. And now, I think he'll reap the rewards of it all. He tries to claim back sight, and he will do indeed. Baz beat spotted, 17 seconds, and Joel has played that one to perfection.
Godesent in general, Ryan, this has been a really good start. This has been a very impressive start for them. 4-1 up on the map pick of the opponents. Now for Godesent right here, Ryan, this would actually be a very, very big victory. They're playing as an academy team in hypotheses. However, they're ranked lower, Godesent. And as we've been saying, Team Spirit Academy actually won the last Western Europe. So I think for Godesent, a team that has been struggling, you are hyping them up with their experience. However, they have been very struggling. They have been struggling since they've been formed, and I think I've been expecting a lot more from them. Have to be doing well. However, Donkey's just got 3 unreal deagles. And that's exactly what you're going to be scared about when you play against this type of team. You need to be scared of Donk just getting 3 1Ds, and luckily Joel will stabilize.
That is... Yeah, I mean, look, you want to celebrate a 5th round on the board for Godesent, but the fact of the matter is, as you say, Freddie, the fact that 3 1Ds have been found, the fact that they've just plucked apart the core defense for Godesent. Oh, that's crazy. That is a painful watch, because those odds over at 1xbet, while they do favour Godesent, I don't know what to believe, Freddie, if I'm honest with you, mate. I'm under a firm belief, at least right now. I don't think it's Godesent's game to be winning right now. Like, the round...
Oh, Ryan's, I think his T-Speak dropped again. But yeah, I think what Ryan was trying to say was that the rounds they've been winning haven't been too clean. The rounds they've been winning haven't exactly been like the most easiest affairs. There has been obviously rounds sprinkled in there that have been easy, but I think, for instance, Joel's going 10-2 right now. He's having a really good performance. Can he stabilize upon that? Can he actually continue that? I'm not completely convinced. Spirit Academy are actually going to lose the opening pick once again. Zontic over towards outside is going to fall to the AWP. That's an early advantage for Godesent once again. And the rotation. My God. Wait, what? They've all gamble stacked down towards the B-bomb side. Spirit Academy have 3 players to deal with. There's no way they expect this. ZTR is going to be the first to fall. He even goes 1 for 1. Rusty's there on the trade. They don't expect him to be there. And then, whoa, would you look at that? Mr. Joel is here as well. How has this happened? 3 players down the B-bomb site. What a read that is. Godesent, my God, they have read Team Spirit like a Harry Potter novel. And now Team Spirit Academy will have the hero AK on Donk. We've seen what he can do with just a Deagle in a Deagle round. Let's see what he can do with an AK. Maybe you get some sort of force buy buff. And good nade early towards ramp for Rusty. Taking a lot of damage off Baz. Donk as well, just tampered with. And he's going to get even further damage and just fade away. Hasn't got a kill yet for his troubles, but the damage has been inflicted, and it's going to now mean that Joel can just swing in and easily tap away. 13-2. My God, is he having a game right now? And that kill was actually onto Donk. That was onto the hero AK. At least it is going to get handed back over into someone else's hands. Art Frost is going to do good with it. But it's all going to come crashing down as Draken's rotated in with the AWP. The big green is looking to sing, and it's hitting every single note perfectly right now. The glass is even going to get broken for him, which means that he can land the body shots. If you don't know, actually, that glass takes away enough damage where you don't necessarily always get a kill from a body shot. But that's going to be Godesent going 7-1 up on Team Spirit Academy's map pick. What a impressive game so far. He's speeding it up now out of the A bomb site. Joel stuck in the Molotov. Finally, they will find his answer. He has been on a rampage, 13-3. And they will shut him down. It's taken a long time though. And it's Team Spirit Academy. They've got 2 rounds. Godesent have 7. I'm very impressed with what we're seeing from the Swedes right now. My first time watching Team Spirit Academy, and I can't say I'm all too impressed. Dontic just making sure that no one can save. Draken and Plopsy, they will get away though. Both teams back on a bye. Spirit, let's see if they can string 2 together. Start tampering with the economy a little bit from Godesent. Early utility damage over towards Donk outside. He's going to be put down to 58. This time, hopefully the smokes haven't missed, because that was one of their problems in one of the rounds. Plopsky is trying to peer over them, and he's going to get spotted. Oh, did neither of them see each other? Okay, doesn't matter, because Softic will still eliminate him. That's a lot of outside pressure now being taken by Spirit Academy. And look at that. They take outside and then just burst onto the A bomb site. Godesent, they get pressure outside, so they're having to shift up a little bit. And then as they're shifting up, as they're maybe in that no man's land, Spirit strike. And they strike strong. And all the kills just flood into their favor. Softic's the only player to fool, but he gets the opening frag, so it's kind of all fine. Draken's looking to save the SORP similar to last round. He's got a lot of, to be fair, he has got a lot of money in the bank, but doesn't mean you should go away and just throw it away meaninglessly. I assume they will hunt him, though. That is the only issue. That's two in a round there for Spirit. A tactical pause for Godesent coming through now. Godson, they will have one more buyout. It's not going to be the most ideal, but they do have three primary rifles, the FAMAS, and then obviously the saved orb from Draken. He had so much money in the bank account. I think he even dropped over two. But that last round was really good from Spirit. They're starting to get the ball rolling a little bit, it feels like. Get back to what I was expecting. A really nice play, condition outside, get the first kill, drag the rotations off, and then execute onto inner. A fast play now through the A-bomb side. It was the reason for their second round. Can they now get one more from it? Joel is going to stop them in their place. One kill and it just completely halts them. I think it was just that wasn't necessarily a commit, and now redirecting towards ramp. That's exactly where Godson are. Rusty in tandem with Draken. Orp is just going to bait in the FAMAS. Is the T side even going to peek? And yeah, the CT side peek into them. Softic, who was low HP, is going to drop the bomb, but then Draken forced off the angle. But like for Godson, they had to get 2 kills at a minimum. And the A-bomb site's completely open. Joel's rotated off. He gambled potentially towards Secret, towards the lower bomb site. That is going to be his downfall. But as this is... They are taking their time. The smoke might start fading at a very inopportunistic time. And yeah, it is. Oh, would you look at that? Joel denies the bomb. Time, though, is in their favor for Team Spirit. That is one benefit they have. But with Joel... Oh my god, he even gets a second. And he baits in Draken. My god, Joel. 18 years old. It's just continuously, time and time again, putting up huge numbers, and in the most impossible situations, he makes it work. Godson finding 8 from the jaws of defeat, and Draken left in that 1v1 is the easiest shot of his life. Joel just did, he took so much attention, he allows for his Zorpa to come out of heaven. And that's so impressive from Godesent. Team Spirit Academy, though, still have so much money in the bank, but my god, how have Godesent won that one out? Joel, yet again, being the savior of the Swedish team. A 1-for-1 trade early outside. It's definitely going to favor the T side as it just cuts off one of the main lines of rotation for Godesent. However, it means that Zontic's going to be very careful because the natural progression would just be them to push in towards lobby. But Zontic is also dispatching them quite nicely. He's already got one player towards ramp. He's even going to eliminate Joel. Okay, Zontic just going to do it all by himself. Surely Plopsky finds this kill. Okay, Plopsky does the kill, however, is on 5 HP, so that's round over. Spirit Academy, they will find 4 on the T side, but Godesent, honestly, they are looking good right now. DTR saving Draken's orb is going to be very valuable in the next in the next round, as the money, it's actually not looking too good whatsoever. I'm actually very, very impressed with Godesent so far. I've watched this. I think what I was saying at the start of the game was that Spirit is a team I haven't watched too much. However, they've been doing really well. Godesent is a team I have watched quite a lot, and they haven't been particularly doing that well. Ryan put up quite nicely in the pre-game that, like, look, this is a team that have got enormous amounts of experience on the individual level, but haven't inherently done too much as a collective on this team. Goal, the 18-year-old, is actually currently the least experienced player on this team, and is probably the one doing the most damage, especially when we saw in this game. He's been such an impactful player for Godesent, and now on round number 13, Team Spirit Academy are just going to run out the A-bomb site to a completely open bomb site. Draken with his AWP is outside, and Plopsky is also outside. They had a very heavy stack over towards that extremity of the map, and they're not going to find any success for it. However, it does just mean they can save 5 players into the next, where it would be an eco if they'd lost, but this time they're going to have all the 5 players, and it's still going to be damaging. Five then for Spirit Academy. Everyone on the server survived after that round, and that definitely favors Godesent in the manner that, as I was saying, they would have an eco if they lost this and all died. However, they will survive, so Draken's going to have the orb help, Plopsy's going to have the AK. They might even be able to buy a little bit more utility. 2 rounds left in this half, and to be honest, everything that Godesent has done can be unraveled in front of us if Spirit gets 7. 6, I think, is still workable for Godesent. However, if Team Spirit Academy are able to get 7, everything we've just seen in front of us, everything that's been impressive, has just been taken away because they only won the half out by 1 round on a very dominantly CT-sided map. Contact early outside and contact early ramp. Both of these will go in favor of Spirit Academy, not necessarily kills, but space. Oh, hello, Zontic. CTR's just walked into his crosshair, and it's like, oh, would you look at that? Not necessarily the direction I would expect you to come from, but Zontic just walks out of the A-bomb site, and after they did lose the opening frag, Zontic is going to make sure that everything is well in the world. 12-9. I was talking about how impressive I do find him as an individual, and he gets overlooked sometimes, especially in this tournament. He's been the main difference maker for this squad. 12-9, top of the scoreboard for his team, only being bested right now by Joel. One-for-one trades. Oh, Frost is going to just eliminate that Deagle. Honestly, I would expect Team Spirit to force the issue a little bit more there towards the AWP. It's the last round. They don't have an AWP in the next if Draken dies. To be fair, that's actually been one thing that Godesent and mostly Draken, like, he's been doing. I think 1 round ZTR saved it, but very impressed by the fact that Godesent are continuously able to save this AWP into the following rounds time and time again. It means they've always got that well, difference maker, really. They've always got something that's going to be really impactful for them. And now Spirit, just a simple fast pop out of the A-bomb site. Joel, their hero, has fallen to the hands of Donk. However, a new hero has potentially risen. Plopsky and ZTR sharing the crown. 3 kills between the two. However, they're not going to be the issue right now. The issue is going to be Rusty over towards ramp, over-aggressing. Is just going to then leave into a 2 versus 2. And as soon as ZTR makes noise from running away... Oh, I love this. Art Frost just baiting out the bottom of the on the B-bomb site. And it's Soft Dick who's got the bomb in his hands. He's going to be walking out the A-bomb site at any given moment. ZTR isn't in a direct place to deal with it just yet. But as Godesent have cleared out ramp, Draken's done really well at aggressing forward. As they've got this information, they know it's towards A. They know what's happening. And ZTR's in a great position to get the first. Holds the spray, can't get the second. Draken on the AWP isn't going to be able to capitalize on the low HP the same way. So he pulls out the hand cannon, spams at the body, and Godesent find 9 by the skin of their teeth. And by Plopsky and ZTR having a great round, they do succeed. Let us see if Spirit Academy can come back on their map pick right after the break. Well, Ryan, I think we're back together.
Man, oh my god, you wouldn't believe it. I've literally just been stuck waiting for like it's literally the whole time it's just been like attempting to connect to server. The entire half. Like I've been watching the game, but I just couldn't hear
Did you see the gamble stack over towards the B-bomb site on the round that you disconnected?
No, that's the one round I missed actually, because I was too busy trying to fix it.
They well, we'll talk about after the pistol round, because I was going to say Spirit, they had to win the pistol round, and the fact that Godesent are now 10-6 up feels so strange to me and so bizarre. The fact that we're actually seeing them do so well on this map. A big part of it at the beginning was Joel, but it seems like everyone else has kind of come together now.
And us, Freddy, we're together. We're together now.
You know what?
Here in the stream.
Stuff it. Well, I'll give you a breakdown of what I thought of the first half.
Go on.
It got really close. The fact that it actually probably should have been an 8-7 half to Godesent. I was like, you know what? Godesent have done really well in multiple ways. Like the big part was saving the AWP just every round. They always had the AWP out, and Spirit were never really hunting them down, and they were taking it out of their hands. But the fact that all of these good things were happening, and the gamble rotations and the good rotations in general was all going to just be kind of thrown out the window because Team Spirit had reset the economy and almost got a 7th. I was thinking, you know what, all that good stuff has been thrown out the window. However, that last round, I think capitalized that it isn't just Joel on this team anymore. There is still ZTR, there is still Draken, there is still Plopsky, who had a really good round number 15.
Round 17, of course, after a Godesent pistol win. GT side, take a deduction one way or another, Freddy. Interesting to see that Yet again, it's a very passive approach from the Team Spirit Academy side. You know, you talk about their T pistol. After they got a bomb plant, they ecoed on the CT side pistol. They lost. Most teams in this situation,
Oh,
I'd say, would
pardon?
force, and you'd be pretty shocked to see an eco do this well already. 3v4 scenario. Not fixed found one. Zontic's the other. Joel, ZTR, Draken. What have you got in your pockets, good sirs? You're going to need something out of them to convert an 11th here. It should have been smooth sailing, but is it going to be any different? The AK. All right, never mind. I was going to say we'll see if we
I
can
was
hold
excited.
on, but yeah, just for a few moments there, Freddie. I think we got a little bit happy to see USPs winning around, but let's not forget it's Counter-Strike at a pretty decent level. Should not be losing those rounds, so they do indeed convert.
I actually saw a full eco win the other day. I've seen, I think in the last 2 weeks, I'm pretty sure I've seen two full eco wins, one on the CT side, one on the T side, and very recently, I think it was with Hyperia. I just saw one. Oh my god, what a shot from Art Frost. Never mind. Who cares about that conversation? Because Plopsky's just been owned. And that's what I wanted to see a little bit more from Art Frost. I wanted to see a bit more of that pizzazz I've been promised. And well, he's delivering here on round number 18. Is it both halves now where the AWP has come out really incredibly early? This time is at the it's at the fact that he can't have the armor out, so it has got that little deficit to it. However, he is still making it work.
Well, when you're hitting shots like that, you don't need armor,
who
do
cares?
You just run around and shoot more. Probably looking for a little bit more of the same here. Got to be careful. Lives at stake, and you can see T-side trying to make their approach towards outside. That's going to be the follow-up kill. Donk now making it double digits to his kill tally. Very quiet game from him all in all. Baz's MP9 going to get a very free upgrade. And now Draken and Rusty. Unfortunately, good sirs. This round is all but over. Damage here will be nice. But yeah, that is one hell of a round to be picking up here for the CTs. Talk about getting yourselves back in the game. Talk about a must-win round as well, Freddie. That's probably up there for Team Spirit Academy to stay alive here on their nuke pick.
I mean, it's not over just yet, Ryan. Oh, this should be now. Rusty, 1 versus 2. It's for the 4K. Bomb is down outside vent. I mean, there is a world. Like, it's not a likely world, but there is one. However, as he does fall, what we still can't talk about is the damage he costs there. The city sides still don't have that great of an economy. So the fact that he has got 2 kills there at the end is going to be quite detrimental. But that full pistol round for Team Spirit, one that got 3 kills or got a significant amount of damage, is now going to have a lot of effect. This is actually a really similar for a beginning of the second half to the same of the first half, where Godesent, they win the pistol, however, they get a really scrappy second round, lose the third round, then the money's really bad. This is exactly what's happening again. They're forced to take their second tactical pause, just kind of assess their economy. And to be honest, you're going to have to buy this. You're on a double eco. I wouldn't try and outplay yourself.
Yeah.
Buy into this round and just play it through the normal motions, right?
I don't think there's any arguing right now that Godesent are in a position where they shouldn't be taking a pause. Like, they 100% need to have a chat about what's just happened. Because, as you say, the fact that Team Spirit Academy, they take an eco and find 3 kills, and then Godesent, when they face up against the AWP rifles, they get absolutely farmed. You know, there is a cause for concern. You have to take an eco. You're on the buy in the next, sure, but this is going to be another round conceded. Goes 11-8. You're going to start to believe a little bit more. It's a good start for Donk as well. His M4 keeping distance. That's what we're looking at here this round. Make sure these Eagles don't become too effective.
Ooh, okay. Well, Rusty, he had to hit every note correctly, and so far, he is doing so with that deagle. It's singing. A double outside. ZTR will fall, but I think they will take that one comfortably. However, this round's not over. Team Spirit Academy, 3 players remaining, all will be aggressing in towards lobby, and this SMG is just jumping around the corners. Okay, against the non-armored pistols, The madness is going to be ended, and we are going to go back to somewhat of a normal, somewhat normality here. Softic, he wants these kills with the SMG. He wants those extra 600. He's only got 2 kills. I thought he got 3. Well, I was going to say, I thought he got 2,400 lost bonus. Well, sorry, extra money from that SMG, but no, it's only 1,800, 1,200. And Joel is going to save the AWP, though. I don't quite know how he's got that one, but he is going to save the AWP unless Zontic has something to say about it. But I mean, Joel here, he's a secondary AWPer. I think a lot of people might not know this. He actually used to AWP in some of his old teams and used a second AWP in Monty, but you don't really see him doing this in this roster. So, I mean, it was not really mean too much. Like, he's just saving. He doesn't need to really show his prowess right now on the secondary AWP when he's saving. But if there ever was an option for Godesent to use him, oh, yeah, he might not. Dancing around this. You know what? He's in the Matrix.
Fair play.
He's in the Matrix.
Yeah, I was going to say, like, Joel only saves the AWP. He's got enough money to rebuy armor. He can buy util because he saved Molly Smoke, the 2 most expensive pieces of utility on the T side. So, yeah, absolutely. Godesent obviously concede an 8th, but walking away with an AWP there is very good because you look at the CT side economy and then you put 2 and 2 together and realize, well, actually, they don't have enough money for the rebuy realistically. Art Froster's gone for glass cannon. That's how out there this buy is. And, well, Draken's just turned away from the CTs and walked into his death.
That's how confident they are. However, a very good opening pick from Softic. The IGL we were talking about, coach player. Who really is he? It doesn't matter because it still makes it work. An early advantage for the CT side. The T's just going to completely reset here. They're going to be throwing outside smokes, which currently is actually a really good place. It's going to force a rotation down ramp, and it's going to, because Donk doesn't actually have the information outside yet, so it's going to force, I would assume, one of the players down towards ramp. Oh no, they're actually not rotating at all towards the B-bomb site. They're just going to peek outside. They're going to find all the information. Okay, you know what? That was perfectly played.
5v3, ZTR could be next up into the shotgun block as well. Sophic, he'll finally get dropped by ZTR, but 2.5 for a solo man is a brilliant display. All of a sudden, 3 versus 4, 30 seconds left. A committal is imminent. Zontic with the heavens. Oh, he doesn't find a thing. Bad. We'll trade out Plopsky. TKs will trade out again. 1v2, plants to heaven. Nobody going to be there to stop him, so he actually does get it off. Molly goes in, nade goes behind backside, flashbang to go in front. Yet again, Plopsky, clutch scenario, 1 bullet away from death. Orp of Art Frost ready as well. If Plopsky swings out, he's a dead man. Thinks second about it. Waiting. Who peeks first? Back and forth between the angles. Crosshair not going to be at the right place at the right time. Donk's able to take him down from the sidelines, and it will be a 9th on the board for Team Spirit Academy. Deficit down to 2.
It's really unfortunate for Godesent here to have the lead they did, and well, they were 7-1 up at one stage, and now it's 11-9 on the least favored side of Nuke. A really good round there from Spirit Academy. They read the whole game perfectly. So the whole round perfectly there. I was very impressed with, like, it's the fact that they don't go for the normal. They don't just send one of the 2 ramp players down towards the B bomb site. They flash donk through a smoke and get all the information that way. Now up against the Tech 9s. This is when they need to start stabilizing the economy. The rounds they have been winning, they haven't been clean. And they haven't, you know, saved the AWP, for instance. Art Frost had to invest it in the glass cannon last round. So looks like it's going to be an A-pop for Godesent. Spirit, they were doing this a lot on their T side. They had to hold off against us. There are 3 players basically here on the bomb site. However, one of them is an AWPer. As the Molotovs come in, Baz, he needs to be careful here on the top of Hearts. He's going to get mollied out. Where does he go, Ryan?
Oh, Frost finds the first, Baz a second. Pistols just pushing into their deaths. It feels imminent. The 10th given away. CT side starting to look on fire here, Freddy. No stopping them right now. Admittedly, sure, it's just pistols, but it's a really important round to be winning.
Wait, what a smoke that was. I know it's so small, but the fact that he gets that smoke out without, like, that's actually something I'm gonna steal there. Just jumping up from second vent, very nicely indeed. But yeah, going to their death, and I was talking about stabilizing economy. There we go. All 5 players staying alive. That's exactly what Team Spirit needed. Godesent, they will now be on a bye. I feel like that last round wasn't too impactful, so this is when we're gonna start seeing maybe a little bit more from the Swedes.
11-10. Crazy stuff. Starting to feel a little more confident in a Team Spirit Academy map 1 win. 1xBet might start to feel the same as well. We'll see if the pressure is too much to handle here for Godesent. It's round 22, a chance to tie things up and reset the T economy, or Godesent to start establishing their lead once again. Bam attempted towards close door. Sotfik being careful with his life. Will eventually back up before it gets a bit too dangerous.
Ooh, Donk pushing outside. Plopsky gonna get caught with his back turn. He's just gonna get that frag and fade away, but no, Draken from the heavens is gonna eliminate him using the height to his advantage, but Rusty is gonna fall the exact same way as his teammate. That's 2 kills for the price of 1 for Spirit Academy. Yes, they have lost their outside player, but because they've got that control of lobby, they know that Godson have to take that back if they want to go towards that part of the map. And if they are going to take it back, it's just going to take time off the clock they don't necessarily have. 3 versus 4. And look at Artfrost, he's still here. He's still posting on what I like to call post here, just coming out of Team Spawn. No, he's still actually on ramp. He's a little bit further back, but he's got all of this control. And with 30 seconds left, and with not much utility, Godson, they're going to have to somehow make this work. Baz, I love this position on top of Silo. He would have seen ZTR's foot. And he might just get both. Yes, he does. Drops the bomb, and Draken's been spotted.
Nicely done. Very, very nicely done. Team Spirit Academy utilizing the AWP. Smart pushes towards outside. Good timing across the board. Ready. Godesent going to take their their 4th tactical timeout now. Burning away everything. And this is it, right? This is your do or die scenario, it feels like, because while it's Inika here and a buy in the next, you lose it. It goes 11-13, back to Inika 11-14. Going to be, what, 1 or 2 gun buys away from being removed from what was a very winnable first map for Godesent. Second best on the Team Spirit Academy selection, and we'll see if that stays the same. Round 23.
Scary.
It is.
Well, it's all looking a little bit dire now. Having to put a lot more reliance on these low buy rounds. A Mac 10, 2 Deagles, 2 Tech 9s. And they're actually going to properly use these outside smokes. So they haven't, to be honest, quite done, Ryan. A lot. It's been a lot more of like a fake outside and head towards inner. So Team Spirit Academy, are they going to get a little bit complacent? No. They read this now perfectly. They understand probably exactly where I'm coming from, right? That they've been faking them out a lot. This is probably the round to use them. You've got 2 players already on the B bomb site, and you've also got Don clearing outside. AK's pushing in alongside the grenade. Oh, Softic almost with the ace. He doesn't quite get the 5th, but Zontic will be the one to stand strong. Team Spirit Academy take the lead in this game for the first time.
That's such a sick 4K from Sotfik. The fact that he stops the entire push towards lower, like that's brilliant stuff. And well, I mean, looking at the odds over at 1xBet, yeah, absolutely. Godesent, massive outsiders in this competition now. And I don't hate it one bit. 12-11. Team Spirit Academy in front. They go for another buy at least here, Godesent. Thought it would have been a more interesting round. Well, actually, no, that's a lie, because they had to take an eco in the last, right? So, yeah, it makes sense. Also, now it's about back into this game, making sure rounds like this don't throw you off your game entirely. Got plowed down on Nico. Doesn't matter. Focus on the gun bite. Important one to be winning as well. 12-11. One round in it, but a couple away from the finish line. Godesent, no. Their time is now to get back into this game.
It is literally now or never from my perspective. And they have got a player down towards Secret. Such a strong thing to have someone like Plopsy down towards Secret, but the question is, what are you going to do with it? And to be honest, it might as well get unfolded here because Artfrost and Zontic pushing towards ramp. It's not going to go the way you would expect. The first kill goes in favor of Godesent. The first kill is the AWP being dropped, but no, Zontic stands up strong for his team. And it's almost flawless after that. Ryan, I was talking about Zontic at the start of the game. I was talking about how he potentially gets overshadowed by the likes of Donk and Artfrost. Well, right now, he's been the hero of the show.
That is crazy. Such sick Counter-Strike from Zontic. 20th kill on the server. Top fragging entirely. I mean, Joel, to be fair, on the T side has also got 20, but running on the receiving end of the L right now. Needs to switch things back up. Probably needs to do a little bit more for his team, which is somewhat of an unfair statement, as it should be his teammates on his level. Harsh reality is a lot to ask for. And Zontic, oh, he's ready for it again. Molotov goes in, good timing, but they all bear the corner and the headshot is found. He's done a very good amount of damage with that Molotov. Given up an M4 to the other side. Artfrost finds the first, goes for another flick. It would have been an outrageous shot to be landed. CTR going to jump across. Artfrost actually hits the flick up as Baz finds a double. All Draken left. And he's lurking on the other side of the map. In on upper. As the bomb drops on lower. Fires off, misses Donk. And that'll be that. 14-11.
Sorry, what a resurgence. This is so impressive from Team Spirit Academy. I'm like, Godesent looks so good, and a big part of that. This is what I was saying to you, Ryan, when you did return at the halftime. I was saying, like, look, Draken, it was all the Joel show, but then what was starting to make me believe was potentially some of the other pieces starting to step up for the Swedish side. However, right now in the second half, that hasn't been the case. You look over at Team Spirit Academy, I feel like every piece has had its moment, and Artfrost, my god, is this the one dynamic AWPer. He is always taking aggression in one way or another. However, this time it's not going to actually give him any success, and it's just going to mean that he has to back away, and Softic is going to get a little bit too over-aggressive. He does deal so much damage onto two players, which are now, I was going to say, were on 11 HP combined, but Rusty just kills one of his teammates, but he does it in the same vein as getting a kill onto Zontic, so I guess you could all maybe allow it. Maybe, just maybe, round 26 goes in favor of Godesent. They have the advantage for now, and looks like it is going to go a little bit further in their favor.
At least Godesent going to be able to earn back around. Donk waiting for any pressure. ZTR. But moving on in, probably calling to his team. We should probably, you know, head to a site together. 40 seconds left. Let's not leave it too late in the round. And out onto the site, Donk. Oh, timing. Yeah, gets taken down. Draken. They'll drop the rifleman. Artfrost left. And even though everyone's got stacks of cash on the CT side, you just don't want to give it away to the opposition. So a save call should just be put in place.
Money is good, but as you're saying, don't want to give it away unnecessarily.
Yeah.
14-11 for Team Spirit Academy. Not looking too bad, all things considered. However, CSGO can be a very cruel mistress. And when you're only leading by 2 rounds, it can all slip away as quickly as you once brought it back. 7-1 down though they were. I really want to force that home. Godesent was 7-1 up, and now they're trailing by 2, staring down the barrel of losing map number 1.
Yeah, crazy scenes. Godesent still a couple of rounds to play before they catch up, but at least it's only a couple. Comeback has to be on. Team Spirit Academy only need really one round, and that'll reset Godesent's money enough that it should just go their way. I'm loving this movement. Outside pressure. Artfrost are blinded up, though. The flashbang, very, very important. Catching the AWP off guard. Cross smoke's thrown in. Plopsky's making it fast. Taken in towards Secret. Oh, got to be careful. The spam through the smoke. Always a dangerous game. He will survive.
Zonta's going to be careful towards ramp. I would assume they have actually heard him rotate off there. And that's going to be opening up a lot of space for this defense. The attack, they will just lose the timing a little bit. Artfrost has rotated in, and the AWP swings in, takes the head of the AWP on the opposing side, and he's just doing so much damage, but finally will be brought down. However, the damage has been dealt. 3 versus 2. Softic already aggressed in towards lobby. Are they going to expect this, Ryan? This whole round, and honestly, the whole game for Godesent hinges on this, and yeah, they expect him. Now it's winnable. Now Godesent are going to go onto an MTA bomb site. Donk is in fast rotation, but he will overextend without his teammates. He might have thought he had a timing, but no, he did not. He's just going to leave Zontic in a 1 versus 2. They know he's the ramp player. They know he dropped down towards the B bomb site earlier on, and ZTR will nail him in the head. Joel, as soon as he comes alive, Godesent win another round, and now we could just be seeing a late resurgence from Godesent.
Could be. Certainly on. Up for the taking. Team Spirit Academy's money starting to drain. Pour out of their pockets as well. 7 grand invested by Artfrost. Everyone else at least 5. Gonna have another shot at that. They're going to have to take an eco in the next round if they lose. There's a chance at which Godesent can turn the tide to make this one happen. Jade and Molly towards door to start things off, but the Swedes' attention towards outside more than anything. Cross smoke's thrown yet again. Donk recognizing, well, this has been thrown one too many times for my liking. Not even going to investigate. I'm moving elsewhere. I'm going to have a look towards lower. Donk slides down the vent, and he's ready to strike.
I'm honestly expecting more from Donk. He's in a position now where he could just end off this game for Team Spirit Academy. He's all by himself. Like, he has got no rotations. He couldn't be more alone. Unless he can get away onto site and have Zontic help him, he's all by himself. And that's exactly what will happen, to be fair. He will do a little bit of damage to Rusty, but the stampede of Swedish riflers are now forcing down upon him. He doesn't get anything, but luckily for him, the rotations are actually a lot quicker than I would have anticipated. I don't know how Softic's got down the vent, but he's not going to get spotted. He's even going to get a kill for his troubles. Artfrost playing around the ramp. The bomb's going to get picked up. I think for the city side, they don't actually know that both players are on B. I'm pretty sure they do now, and they're going to start hedging their bets. Pushing 2 towards double. Draken on low HP is going to fall. ZTR 1 versus 3 isn't going to find anything. And even though Donk has 0 success, even though their one sole defender literally dies instantly, the rotations are a lot quicker than I expected. And Team Spirit Academy are going to find match point on map number 1.
15-13. 2 more to go for Godesent. Bomb plant means cash goes into everyone's pockets, just enough to go for the full buy. Gold can drop an AWP. Everyone else has got stacks of cash for AK armor for you too. You can see Droll's already dropped it across. 25 kills on Nuke. Could be all for naught. Round 29. High stakes this round. Really big opportunities for Godesent to concede the first. Team Spirit Academy have done brilliantly. Artfrost has got an AWP, couple of AKs, couple of M4s. And Team Spirit Academy push it over the finish line and deny Godesent of any opportunity, any whiff at overtime.
Very aggressive on multiple part of the maps right now. Donk, is he in the smoke? No, he's behind garage. Okay, for a second I thought he was in the smoke, and I was like, man, you can't get that aggressive. But a very standard default from Godesent, sending a player down towards Secret. Here's going to be Plopsky once again. He hasn't found too much success, though, playing this position. That's been my only issue. However, just the kills. Oh, my God, Joel. Bye-bye, Art Frost. He's been absolutely owned out of this server. We might just be going overtime. Godesent will still have to string one more round in a row. However, that's not a bad start. Joel, 27 to 18. He has been their main kingpin. And once again, he's going to step up.
Topfik climbing up the secret stairs, but Plopsky. Oh! How does Topfik not find that kill?
Dear.
Plopsky's able to convert 14-15. Godesent not a half a chance now. They're really going for it. Full beans. Round 30. Is it overtime or is it heartbreak? Godesent are fighting for the former, not the latter. Team Spirit Academy going to try their absolute hardest this round more than ever. Just get it converted, get it in their name. 16-14. Doesn't matter how close, as long as they win.
Pressure outside. They're going to do the exact same round, pretty much. They're just going to send Plopsky down towards Secret. This time, he isn't going to get away without taking any damage. He's going to get a nade literally to the face. And sign that Team Spirit have done so many times is this double ramp push. Zontic is going to dodge that flashbang. The Yorper is just going to re-peek straight into the angle. He does not care. However, they're choosing to just back away. They're getting a little bit scared of the amount of pressure Godesent are putting on them in this position. And anchoring down this A bomb site now. The execute comes through. Plopsky gets a kill outside. But Baz steps up for 2. That's huge. Plopsky's kill has just been nullified. However, it's a 3 versus 3. Zontic goes a little bit too aggressive. And you've got the advantage. You don't necessarily need to do that. But now it's all down to the players in lobby, Ryan. 45 seconds, 2 versus 3. The forces in overtime to keep Godesent alive. Draken and ZTR, they have to come alive here.
Very quiet game from both players as well. Not exactly hitting Joel levels of fragging power up. Frost on the AWP. And now it's just Draken to close the show up. Frost, of course. And Team Spirit Academy take their pick 16-14. A damn close map. But it's enough to take it over the finish line. And Freddy, map 1 is secured by the CIS side for Team Spirit Academy. They take their selection of Nuke and now Godesent. If they want to win this series and keep themselves alive in this contest, they're going to have to do it the long way. Take the second and the third.
Yes, the second map will be Inferno. Lucky for Godesent, it is going to be their map pick of Inferno. It is their most trusted map, and let's see if they can just do a little bit better on Nuke. As I said, they had the lead. It did actually feel like they were just going to take that away at one stage, but no, they couldn't stabilize upon it. Joel, the mastermind, wasn't strong enough to do it all by himself, and let's see if the rest of the team can come together now after this break going on to Inferno.
very complicated job, but I love simple things so much. One move, one push. One touch. One love. One click. One X-Bet.
Are you sick of just opening cases? Join the events! At each event, you can find special cases from which tokens fall. Tokens are your ticket into a world of unique awards. For tokens, you can buy a skin, premium, or special balance. Try your luck in the skin generator. Also, you can leave your tokens at the token vault. And the more tokens you keep, the better skin you'll get. Add variety to opening cases with Hellcase.
The hunger for glory feeds the desire, the courage to look for a challenge, to feed your ambitions. To reach for greatness. To become the champion of champions.
Ready, saved by the bell, mate, because I was ready to intro, ready to flame, ready to give you some, but straight to the action here on Inferno. Of course, it's the Godesent selection, but Team Spirit Academy took their map pick 16-14, a map up to none in the series, and Zontix picking up exactly what they put down in the first. Baz finding headshots with the USP as well, up on here for support, and just like that, 2 versus 5, make it 1, Baz is hitting heads, and well, to close the show, the pistol round, it's not flawless, but it might as well be. Team Spirit Academy with 4 survive. They go 1-0 in map and in series.
That's pretty good for them, because if we actually look at map number 1, Spirit didn't win any pistol rounds. Godson were definitely dominant in that aspect. However, the Academy side was still able to pull through. Now onto Inferno. It's not necessarily one of the most successful maps or most played maps. However, they have taken down some fairly big names on it, and they'll be looking to do the same here against Godesent. Most recently, they have played against Domination in ESEA Advanced Playoffs. And Ryan, that was actually one thing that really stood out for me, because I really was surprised at the fact that they didn't make the finals of that. And I was really surprised that they got knocked down the lower bracket a little bit early on than I would have anticipated.
Yeah, I think that's a fair assessment to be made. Domination have been unbelievable, to be fair.
Oh, they've been, yeah, just all the roles for them just really work. Yeah,
I don't know. Kind of feels like this team as well, right? Like maybe we have like the higher potential, the high octane players on the team, in Team Spirit Academy, but like you kind of feel just everything works because of the team play, and everything's just so like systematic, so good, so free flowing for all 5 that it just does kind of work out. I think a good example of that is like AGO, right? Or sorry, 9.
Yeah, it's just like clicks when like it just everyone's playing the same CS, everyone's just on the same everyone's just on the like the right path.
Yeah. Second round, of course, pistols, SMG's looking to rake in the cash, the Wonga, the dollar, the Skrilla, the Moolah,
the bling bling,
the bling bling. There you go, exactly that. Bomb drops as well, Soptic.
Oh, then I'm checking
behind you. Oh, okay, Zontix does. It's A-okay, my friend. And it's flawless. The SMGs finding all the kills, all the money. And Team Spirit Academy making it a second.
They're rolling in it. Most literally, they have got so much money. Do you think the amount of money in CS that it costs to buy a gun is comparable to real life?
Sorry, what?
I'm just thinking. Like, you know, it's like 2.7k for an AK. Do you think that's how much an AK costs in real life?
I don't know, mate. To be honest with you, I've not been there to buy a gun in real life, so I couldn't actually tell you if that's like correct or not. I feel like that's got to be in like the ballpark somewhat, right? Because
I was gonna say it's probably not far off, right?
I've watched enough like drug documentaries on like Google or on YouTube rather, and it's like, well, you know, a pistol costs like $400, $500, $600 depending on like how good the pistol is and you know where it comes from. So I feel like, you know,
it's probably not far off.
A couple grand for a rifle, yeah, just makes sense. I don't think to dollar ratio is going to be applied in Counter-Strike to real life.
Oh my god,
Zontics. Mate, we were blabbering on, and he's just absolutely owned them. 2v2 now. Bomb's got to get picked up by Drac, and Zontics will be none the wiser to it. But that is an interesting conversation for us, and an interesting way to close the round up.
Yeah, to be honest, it was 3 players towards the B bomb site early for Team Spirit Academy, and none of those players are actually the ones that get the kills. They do a lot of damage they do a lot of damage. However, none of them quite finish the job off. What it does mean is it allows Zontic to come through, and he just gets 1 with the nade and 2 that were low HP. He gets them quite easily. However, the job has not been finished. CT isn't going to get smoked. It's a very bad smoke. So Zontic has the opportunity to capitalize upon that. With the bomb not being crossed yet, he's just going to give it up as he has to reload. Waiting for his teammate to rotate in. Baz, only an SMG in hand, does have the utility, and it's going to pick up the kit. As the bomb just goes down, there's so much time to work with. However, Baz is going to take first contact, most likely onto Joel, who's high HP. Nope, never mind. Joel lets him by, and it just means that the AWPer is going to fall. Zontic, he started it off very nicely, has to finish it off, but sadly enough for him, he hasn't. Joel with a 1 versus 2 clutch, and Godesent find their first on Inferno.
2-1. Good start from both teams. Money not going to be looking too good for the CT side. So, of course, they take a tactical pause to talk things through. And as you saw pop up on the screen, our lovely partners over at Hellcase. Didn't get a chance, really, to mention them in Map 1, Freddy, just because of all the issues we had. But they are pretty swaggy people over there. If you're not going to check them out, of course, use code CCT. I think it's 10 cents or maybe even 70 cents and a 10% deposit bonus if you use our code. So, there you go. Free 10% bonus. Courtesy of us, of course. You have to be 18 plus to gamble. That goes across the board, no matter what country you're in. And you have to gamble responsibly, people. Do not put all your money in it, because more than likely you'll lose. That's how gambling works. That is the gamble that you take. So make sure you gamble responsibly, 18 plus, and all of that lovely stuff. The T's and C's, as we like to say, Freddie. Ultimately, it is a 4th round incoming, and Team Spirit Academy, a sensible eco.
Yeah, just going to take it down a peg here. And Ryan, I just want to say, you really sent me. I had to mute up with the dollar for dollar ratio sent me. I don't know why, but I found that so funny. And I just, you were just like, I don't think it would be a dollar for dollar ratio. And it just absolutely sent me. And
I think you get a little bit more than $300 for shooting someone, you know, when you kill them with a gun. Well, actually, you don't get any money. You just,
spawns in your pocket.
Yeah, they go cha-ching. You're like, notification on your phone. Santander's just paid you $300. You know, it's not exactly how that one works, but yeah. And it's not like, you know, it's not like when you kill 5 people, everyone gives fist bumps, and you're like, nice guys, good job.
Ace on LAN.
Yeah,
Ace.
Exactly. Whoa, what are you doing? You know, don't get one of them. No, sir. It is an eco dismissal. Godesent up to a second. Yeah, we're having fun here. That's nice. Always here for a good time. Team Spirit Academy.
I'm just imagining getting an ace and I'm just imagining looking at me like, whoa, ace on man, what are you doing?
Like the new James Bond film when he kills 5 people and he just stands up and screams, what are you doing?
Okay, let's get back to the game now. We had our fun Counter-Strike Global Offensive. Source 1, not quite Source 2 yet. However, Team Spirit Academy, they're wishing they could try dodge those nades because they have been brought down both to 20 HP instantaneously. And it's just going to give Godesent basically a free ride towards the B bomb site.
True. Yeah. Of the force buy. I mean, it's not terrible, but the problem is, Freddy, I'm looking at the utility here for Team Spirit Academy. It's not great. You've got what, a couple of smokes, a couple of nades, a couple of mollies. Like, it's not amazing. It's really not. It's not pretty. Godesent have got, you know, all the weapons. They've got an AWP. Too many luxuries over Team Spirit Academy. And considering they're on the CT side, they need advantages. They need them quick. And look at the HP.
This is looking really, really rough, to be honest. Like, this is a fairly unwinnable round. And the fact that you haven't got any confirmed damage for Godesent as well is kind of ridiculous. CT smoke and smoke towards Coffin's going to come through. Donk, like that Molotov, he literally can't sit in it at all. He's just out in the open. Everyone's blind, but finally he will fall. His teammate had come through the smoke and attempted to save him. But as you were saying, the HP, it just means like a little bit spam through the smoke. Zontic takes one straight bullet. He's dead. That's round over. Godesent, they're going to be on a third on their T side.
Very much the case. Baz, Arbfrost going to be in their weapons into the next round. Godesent, they don't particularly want to run the risk of hunting them down. Their money isn't amazing either. So yeah, it just doesn't make total sense. Everyone going to show a bit of respect. You get away with the weapons. As I said, Team Spirit Academy didn't have much utility to hold up a site in the first place. So the fact that obviously they go for the little stack, they go for the little gamble. You know, they triple stack A and so much damage taken so early doors. Yeah, I don't know. It's not a winnable scenario. Godesent going to find a third, and considering this is their pick, Freddy, I think it's time to get a little scared if you are on that CT side, because that was your round where you needed to make money, and instead they've kind of just lost the plot, and second best once again. Sure, a couple of safe guns, but actually this is just going to have to be an eco.
Yeah, honestly, really impressive round from the T side there. That just worked out really nicely. Like, that's kind of how you play Inferno, right? You get all this damage at the start of the round, execute a bomb site, and they just have no hope in hell of defending that. Team Spirit Academy now, they've got literally no utility, apart from a smoke on soft tick, no kits, and just kind of 2 USPs Deagle. It's not looking too ideal, I can't lie. And the only hope they really have right now is if, theoretically, Baz just goes nuclear right now. Oh, no, he's fallen off as well. So he's not even going to have... Oh, and he's trying to get back up. What's quite happening here, Ryan? Oh, no. That really couldn't have gone any worse, could it?
No, sir. Donk going to find ZTR 3 versus 4. I mean, at least the rifles in this round still kicking. Obviously safe from the last. Eagle in Zontix's hands as well. Damage here is good, but unfortunately... the greater scheme of things, Godesent have got enough money to rebuy no matter what. And there you go. Plopsky lining up a double. Donk, last man left. The original man towards B. They should know his whereabouts, his position. They'll probably go hunting for him just to make sure that M4 not saved in the next. And Rusty will not allow it to happen. There you have it. It is a very, very nice round 7 now, 4-2.
I mean, if we're going off history, history dictates that Team Spirit Academy have a really bad first 8 rounds and then start winning it out. If that's going to be the case over on Inferno that it was the nuke, then we could be seeing something a little bit comparable. But now the AWP is out for Artfrost. He needs to start doing some damage with this. Oh, they're going to go aggressive down middle. Okay, I quite like this. Change up the pace completely. And Artfrost is going to get the first kill. However, yeah, wow, because Softic has just been bonked in the head. The only issue is that because the AWP got the kill, they actually don't know about Zontix. He is all the way down on bottom mid, and he will finally strike, and he will get a kill. In the meantime, Baz is also pushed into apartments. The only issue is that means it's left a gap opening for Joel, but no. The AWP closes down that avenue, and Draken is all by himself, 1 versus 4, and he has got players completely surrounding him. They've been so aggressive, the city sides, and it's actually might just give Draken a bomb down if he goes towards A.
I don't see him going for this, if I'm honest with you, though. Like, he shouldn't realistically go out onto the site. It would be a little troll of him. Be sensible, save the AWP. I mean, he's pushing deeper and deeper into what was technically enemy lines, so maybe he is thinking about it, but you can see already positioned towards T-App. Stonk starting to move his way on in. Oh, guys, the AWP's here. Let's now reposition. Let's refocus our attempt a little bit to get this gun out of this round, maybe. Spirit Academy aren't in financial heaven, so every player dropped here is more and more damage done to a side that can't afford it. Now it's just Artfrost and Zontix left, 2 versus 1. It looks winnable on paper. Draken starts to run towards B. Zontix is on the other side. Let's not do this, Draken. This is financial suicide.
No.
You're not going to have the AWP in the next round anyway. Plant to the open. Zontix will turn around. And hold on a minute. Yeah, that's the easiest kill of my day. Thank you very much, good sir. Won't save the AWP, of course, because Artfrost still has his. But that is a 3rd on the board for Team Spirit Academy. But great damage done by Draken in a round that they shouldn't have really gotten away with anything.
I'm just surprised that I'm surprised that if he's gonna plant, he doesn't plant at least default. Like he might have actually got the bomb down because of how Zontix doesn't actually peek out too far. If he'd planted safe, but no, that will be a 3rd for Team Spirit Academy. As you said, because Draken goes for that, he gets a little bit confident after those first 2 kills. He actually doesn't have the AWP out in this round. And Artfrost looking to continue on his success from last round. This time isn't going to get the opening frag, but it's going to do a lot of damage to Draken. And the one thing Spirit Academy doing well right now is that they haven't taken, like, normally and historically on this map so far, they've taken a lot of damage early on. At least this time, they won't have it.
Very quiet round for Team Spirit Academy. You can see how passive they're playing, how ready they are just for a site take rather than going for these initial plays, and obviously that's just due to the fact that it's gone 5 versus 4. Advantages falling in their favor. Smokes going towards middle. Again, just trying to hold the fort as best as they can. Hate it. 50 seconds left. Artfrost holding apartments, patiently waiting with the AWP. Got to check behind him as well. Long, open, ripe for the taking. So Baz in the big pit position needs to go nuclear. Gonna hear the flashbang go over the top.
What?
And ZTR just claims scalps. Artfrost thought first to the chopping block. The MP9 finds one. The Molotov on his feet gonna have to be extinguished. He's trying to fight the flames with a smoke. The nade, unfortunately, undodgeable. And as he swings out into the open, Plopsky has him taken down. Zontix will trade. Rusty, the follow-up frag, put things down to the 2 versus 2. And Rusty, he finds another. Bomb plant denied due to the incendiary. Donk looking for another way back into this round, hoping that Molly doesn't spread to his feet. A very winnable situation. 1v2, both players low.
He did actually get tagged there towards the end, so Rusty will hear him. And Rusty, I mean, he's on 30 HP, but he still has the confidence to swing out like that. That whole round, I feel like, comes down to the fact that Artfrost dies straight away. They lose one of their main fragging potentials very early on in that affair. And Godesent will continuously string a lead together up against the low by now. This is looking really good for them. Baz did really well, staying alive for so long in the pit, but unfortunately, it's simply not good enough. And Team Spirit Academy will be having to go back to the drawing board once again, Ryan.
You're going to have a good think about that one, aren't they? Pistols, 1 scout on Artfrost. Damage could just be negated completely. Play together, play smart. Don't do anything stupid. That's the go for these rounds when you know you're against what is either like Deagle Armor Force Buy or, you know, like 5-7 kind of eco round. It's pretty straightforward. Just play the same CS. Artfrost playing a little more passive on long. Peeks out. Nice shot onto ZTR. Good start here. CT side early advantage. Gun in an unretrievable position. A Molotov to go in towards long as well. That's just going to cut off a lot of the info play scenarios for Godesent.
This is when that early utility damage actually has a lot of factor in the round, because you see the scouts actually taking one shot to kill people. So these deagles just tagging them up slightly, or even the other way around. If like the scout gets a tag and then the deagles are able to do the final blow, or he just gets a no-scope through the smoke. You know what, Ryan? That also works. I wasn't anticipating that to be the case, but it might just be the one. Donk getting a little bit lucky there with the fact that that Rusty just jumps in the air before he kills him. However, he was fully blind, so he isn't going to be able to capitalize upon that mistake. And Softic, the IGL, rotating in from long, will pick himself up an AK. However, it is all in vain. And Godesent, they will stabilize, to be honest, quite well there. A 3 versus 5, and they do it flawlessly from that point. Honestly, actually quite impressive.
Yeah, I'm super impressed with the performance there for Team Spirit Academy. I mean, look, you find the opening 2 kills, and the fact that Godesent do it so flawlessly, yeah, fair enough. But you've got to keep in mind, looking at the money here for Godesent, those 2 kills is a massive difference to the economy, right? Like, Plopsky easily has $4,000 in his pocket. ZTR easily $5,000 as well. Like, they're chilling financially if those 2 kills don't come in. So we'll see how impactful that can be later down the line. Oh, Frost, a massive miss. And he does find one, but ZTR's double makes the A site open free for the taking. Team Spirit Academy probably want to think about a save. Donk and Sotfik, don't even think about going for this one.
Artfrost misses the first. You know what? Unfortunate, your teammate dies. He then misses the second shot, and your other teammate dies. That's a big, big misplay from Artfrost. And, like, right, it's the easy shots you miss, right? Like, those aren't even hard shots. Those were, if anything, incredibly standard. I think he was anticipating ZTR to go for more of a wide swing, and you could see he was holding more of a wider angle. However, that very shallow jiggle peak and the very shallow peaks is what favors the Swede in that altercation. 7-3 right now. Map number 2 is looking very dominant in favor of the Swedes, and Team Spirit Academy, they have been shaky this whole series, and they might just continue to do that. They might just continue to be the same.
Absolutely. Brilliantly taken care of. 7-3, lead continuing, no stopping them, it feels like right now, CT side. Yeah, where's that Team Spirit Academy side that we know and love? You know, it feels right now it's just living in their own shadow. Orp's been very ineffective on this second map. M4's not really been doing the same kind of scenarios and the same things as maybe we see previously, especially on Nuke as well. Like, the amount of multi-kills, the fragging potential. Zontix is having a great game. Everyone else, I don't know, definitely can be worked upon. Good start to the round at least. Sotfik introducing Donk to Banana. Flashbang's good for the man in front of him, but the players that are playing anti-flash are very happy to be him there. The trade potential found. Flashes go out. Sotfik blind. No one checked. No one checked. That's the double we were looking for. Sotfik to try and hold things down. Zontix is on the boost as well, but he slips away, and that's just cost him his life.
No.
Second frag. This time it's Artfrost. And it's a Joel 1v2 required. Knows that the bomb's in front of him, but a gap in the CT smoke. Redeploys to try and cover it off. Picks out before it pulls, heads through the smoke. Baz is blocking him, and the player behind. Oh, Joel spins around to find Artfrost, but Baz pushes through, and it'll be a 4th on the board for the CT side.
I was just thinking there, Ryan, of all player to have, you kind of want Joel, right? The Celestial over on map number 1. He was glorious. He was so impressive and was the main reason why they even made it that close. However, in round number 11, he cannot step up in the same manner. Baz, a very strange 2 versus 1 for Team Spirit Academy, but I guess it works out in their favor. Baz collides heads with him in the smoke, and as he comes out, baits out his teammates, and he still will get the frag. I think that's all that really matters. It doesn't matter how they do it. They were on a low buy, so if they win the round, in the end, that's perfect. They save over the AWP, if I'm not mistaken. So Artfrost has that and a lot more money in the bank account, and I'm looking for him to do a little bit more damage than he has been doing so far in this map.
Round 12. You're running out of chances here on your CT side. Slow round. Very slow round here, Freddy. Yet again, Godesent. They do really well in these positions, you know, trying to find the man advantage. I say that, and it's Rusty that gets dropped first. I'm gonna say when Godesent have kind of like slammed the brakes and played things a little slower, they really do think, I guess, about the rounds, about the scenarios. Great job from Plopsky. Now trades out 4v4. Looking a little more comfy here, the T side. Brackets controls theirs. And the problem is Team Spirit Academy haven't reacted to this play, so they don't know if they're going to rotate back towards Banana. They don't know if they're committing towards A until the kills start coming in. Baz has found one. Joel trades. Plopsky's looking for the response, but the Moto smoke with gaps in it, and it starts to fade. Zontic's able to trade out 2 versus 3. Joel and Draken up for the challenge.
Baz still alive. He's been so prolific towards Pit, and he's going to be doing it again this round. Finally, will fall to track him, but the damage has been done. Like, you know what? Zontic and Softic get the 4 frags in total in that round. However, Baz is my MVP of round number 12. He just doesn't die. He puts so much pressure on Godesent and is just staying in mini Pit. He gets one, tucks away, and Ryan, he's done it so many rounds and it hasn't quite formulated to success, but this time it will. And Godesent going to have to go back to the drawing board in this round, as they're going to have a very weird mix-mashed bye after losing 2 in a row.
Oh my word. Nade damage is brilliant to start this round. Botfit couldn't swing because he'd be going into the molly, and so he just kind of sits there and takes his fate. Nades land at his feet. Already well over half health taken. Godesent's by. They need an advantage like that. They need to convert that advantage as well. Low scenario once again. Godesent trying to take things piece by piece here, Freddy. Just, you know, slowing things down. Artfrost waiting. Baz. Oh, yeah, the double swing. The AWP for AWP duel. Artfrost and Draken both finding success.
Donk now might have to stand up strong. Godesent split 2 and 2. They haven't quite found where they want to go just yet, and with Draken struggling to pick up the bomb, he will finally retrieve it in underpass, and is going to go join up with the majority of his teammates. Plopsky is going to come in pursuit as well. Zontic has rotated through, but they've got one flashbang, Ryan. One singular flashbang to defend against 4 players. Donk, I've heard a lot about this man. He has to step up, but sadly he does not. Rusty wins out that duel, and Zontic, who is close in rotation, has got support coming through, but he isn't really gonna have any utility to allow him to try and deny this bomb from anyone on his team, and Godesent might just win the low buy.
Bamming out, Draken fighting Artfrost down to 1. It's Zontic's against 4. Team Spirit Academy are going to concede a Godesent win out the half before it's even over. 8 on the T side. Brilliant performance. A shame to see that one of the players dropped from the server. And I think a technical pause soon to follow. But again, Team Spirit Academy, I mean, never had a chance really. Start to end of this round. Yeah, that's pretty immense.
A technical pause. Donk actually leaves after he dies. I feel like there was a potential issue, maybe, right?
Maybe,
with
just restarting the game or something.
Yeah, just restarting, having to just completely just refresh for a second. However, of all rounds to win, I really wouldn't have thought that that'd be the one for Godesent.
Yeah,
very impressive for them. And Team Spirit Academy, like, Ryan, I'll be honest. Okay, so as I said, I've actually never watched them play. But I was really hopeful going into this one, because I was thinking, like, oh, look, I haven't watched them play. They're probably playing against a team that is maybe not at the highest of caliber they've played against, seeing how they have just beaten the likes of Gamer Legion, Falcons, you know, those sort of teams. And right now, they're not playing like that type of team, I'll be honest.
Eight 5 starting to run out of hope for this CT side. I think a third map looking very likely here, Freddie, as much as it you know, could have looked good for Team Spirit Academy. Just the start of their CT side has been pretty flat-footed. Godesent always finding these advantages, or at least always walking away with an advantage. Made pretty well placed by Sophic to start things off, though. Draken gets up on top of the logs and takes half health immediately for it.
Might just take a little bit more damage, but no, they're going to get forced away. Good utility. I like these retake smokes. However, Team Spirit Academy might not actually be able to take the space off it. They are just going to replenish them potentially. Zontic with a flash, molly, and smoke. The flash comes in at the perfect time. It's actually as the Orps up holding the corner, but no, it doesn't matter. Rusty with 2, and they know about that final player. They know about Zontic. Yes, the Molotov gets placed, and it does block them off momentarily, but ZTR will put the nail in the coffin. A very confident and illustrious AWP shot by Artfrost there. However, it's not going to really mean too much, as round number 14 will just fall inevitably into the hands of Godesent. What are we watching right now, Ryan? How are Team Spirit, just as I think you summed it up perfectly, so flat-footed?
Nice shot from Baz, at least. Very important shot to be hitting, I guess, with the Deagle. Just a bit of damage here and there, but there you have it. It's pretty swift pickup yet again. Godesent up to a 9th, and all of a sudden, I think, you know, there is no challenge now for the T side. They've done their bit. They've got their 9. What do you do from here on out, right? Like, what is actually the go-to? Are you aiming for a 6th? I mean, of course, but you just force bought in the last round, you know? You bought into round 14. Your money's not going to be amazing heading into this round. You can see, to be fair, they've actually done all right with the money at hand. They've got an AWP, they've got a few M4s, 1 MP9. Utility is just going to be a bit of a setback yet again.
Yeah, not going to be ideal, I'll be honest. Frost with the decoy, though. He's going to do a lot of damage with that.
Fake the shot and then
Fake,
and then
yeah, man. It's a new meta. However, a double nade on the corner is actually going to physically do quite a lot of damage to him. Not as much as I would have anticipated, but he still will take quite a bit. Baz, I did like that position he was in. He was boosted up on flowers, but actually will think better of it, and it's going to drop back off towards pit. 3 players started towards the B bomb site. However, they will rotate one back over. Zontic drops a very nice Molotov, which ZTR does just run straight through and inevitably to his death. So that's actually a very nice pick from Team Spirit Academy, and exactly what they need in this round, especially when their utility is now pretty much all gone. But Zontic, you can't be going for a solo swing like that. He's saved by his teammate on the refrag, but Softic, okay, as the smoke fades, looks away from it, and Godesent have somehow put it back into a 3 versus 3.
I mean, to be fair, Team Spirit Academy are not in a bad spot. Bit of a pickle to win from this kind of position. 40 seconds left. Gamble stacked towards A. 2 players doubling up. That's a very good call to be making for Team Spirit Academy, and they'll learn about that in just a few moments. 30 seconds, they've got to hold on to a site 4. Donk from Moto, Baz from Big Pit. No movement yet from Godesent, but it will all be picked up now. Their attention focuses. Forget Long. Trying to set a bit of a crossfire. Swings out. Rusty drops. Now down to 2. Joel and Draken with it all to do. Joel finds the first, looking for a second, but Baz denies the follow-up. The AWP will find it from behind. Oh, will it? No! 7 seconds. Artfrost has missed a sitter. Draken's going to go for the plan. Artfrost to charge him down on the AWP, and it will eventually be a 6, but Artfrost doing it in the most difficult way possible. That was scary, Freddie, but at least a moment of relief and a bit to catch up upon. We're going to go to a break. When we are back, of course, second half. Team Spirit Academy 6, Godesent 9.
Here we go. Team Spirit Academy trail by 3. They finally won the first pistol round in this game in the first half of this map. It didn't actually contribute to too much of their success. Now Godesent on their map pick, vying to force us onto Mirage. Can they do it? We were making fun of that decoy, and it's actually been used in a very good way there by Donk to clear out Harful. It won't find anything. What will be found, though, is Zontic over on the A bomb site is going to lose his life to Draken.
Ideal, gents. Starting this round off, bit of a sour taste for Team Spirit Academy. Yet again, second best in the opening duel. Zontic's getting dropped. Oh, guys, all Baz. Good lord. Making it difficult, but does eventually claim with the Glock. Oh, maybe starting to look a little elsewhere. PT side of Joel. There you go. There's one with the Julies. Don't trade out at least. Bomb needs to be carried across towards the bomb site, and it will indeed get there. Baz. Tell his teammate there's a Moto Smoke to work with as well. Plant in open. Baz playing in grave. Donk on site. 2 versus 3. Donk making a bit of noise getting in his new position. Great swing from Baz. Only kill is his. Second on the board. No, deny. Plopsky, he'll trade out. The Julies need to find more. But Baz has got it all. All 3 in the 1v2. Really nicely done. A 4K in the rounds. And that is a 7th on the board and a lifeline tossed to Team Spirit Academy.
Exactly what they needed. Gives them salvation right now on Inferno. A force by Godesent. If Team Spirit are able to win this one out, then it looks like we're going to be even up 9-9. And this series isn't looking as clean cut as it might have been. Both maps right now, Godesent have had a very dominant start, and then it's kind of come back to being a close affair. Is history going to repeat itself? And is Team Spirit Academy just going to win it out again?
Comeback opportunity certainly there. It'll be a tough watch though if they lose out on the force. Draken starts things off well. Very nice shot with the scout. Will claim it before the smoke goes up. Blocks him with vision. Zontic's going to stick the plant, and I don't blame him. Time now for a retake attempt. See what the CT side have in store for us here. Wondering, going to be the go. Hear that bomb ticking away, second by second, already halfway there. I mean, most people would see a Godesent save right now because they've spent so long going for it. Sopfix just claimed kills. Maxen's there to make money. Joel spotted out as well. His Deagle will eventually find the mark. And a nice second shot from Joel. Surely not, guys. Joel, what's going on? Baz finally brings this one back to normal. And there we have it. I think just about. This will be a Team Spirit Academy 8, but no celebrating just yet because that could have been a very serious round lost there for them if Joel popped off any more with a Deagle.
Unfortunately for Godesent, Joel has slowed down a little bit in Inferno. He was a machine on Nuke, and there seemed to be a little bit too much of reliance on him. That was kind of my issue, that he went 27-19, and Draken was the only player remotely close, and then after Draken, it was just a sharp dive into the abyss when it came to statistics for Godesent. However, in this one, speaking about Draken, that's not too bad of an opening pick. Drops the bomb, claims a scalp of Zontic. However, the gamble stack seems to be correct for Team Spirit Academy as Godesent are all towards the B-bomb site, and Draken has to probably get at least 2 more kills to make it even probable right now. This scout, it has to do miraculous event. It has to do miraculous things, and I just don't think it will.
Artfrost finds the opener. Plopsky trades out with a Galil. Draken, okay. Oh, Baz, don't make that mistake. Oh, Baz.
No.
Oh, my word.
Oh, my God.
I thought he messed it up completely. Just about holds on. Soptic moves in towards spawn. Joel caught out from library. That will be now a 3 versus 2. Godesent having taken an eco in this round. You were expecting them to lose, but a few seconds there, I think both of us, Freddie, were thinking this round, you know, if people would turn the right way at the right time, looks very, very winnable.
Good smoke towards library. He's going to lock him out. Arfrost going to make sure he doesn't get caught off guard. He can... Did he hit? Did they make noise? I can't tell if they did or not, but he definitely will see the first. I think they know Plotski's towards CT because he's already got a kill in that area. That's going to be 9-9. The scores on the board are even. And Plopsky, oh, is he going for a bit of a suicide bomber right now? Is he going to go just run in, try... I actually kind of was hoping that would be the case. Like, you know, just make it a little... Because, like, realistically...
He's going to get the upgrade anyway.
I don't know.
Agree with you. Like, realistically, if you die to the bomb, who cares? Because you're going to upgrade to an M4 in this round anyway.
Yeah,
so
you've got the money.
Risking a Galil is like, not a problem whatsoever. I'm surprised he keeps it, in all honesty. Like... A Galil could be a massive detriment. Then again, if you upgrade to an M4, maybe the M4 also, you could argue, well, it's, you know, you need a dink and it's still not enough to kill.
The Galil is not bad.
No, but it would have been nice to have just seen him just take the straightforward upgrade. Like that, I think that's what we were looking for mostly there, Freddie. And now, of course...
High risk, high reward type thing.
Exactly.
Like, good economical damage.
Heading into round 19, it's not like the money that he's just saved there is enough to keep them alive. Yeah,
exactly. Well, Brian... That would have been fun. Alas, not the case. And, well, my God, we were praising Godesent with their utility usage on their T side. However, look at this. Donk gets the first with his Molotov and grenade, and then gets the second with just bonking Plotski's head out of the server. That's the B bomb side opened up. And is that a safe? That's round over. Okay, Godesent, they're just... They're getting their ruler, they're getting their pencil, and they're just drawing a line across round number 19 and going, you can have it.
I don't think you can hate them for it either. A sensible save, obviously, for Draken, Joel, and Rusty. They've literally, got like $350 combined. That's all they've got in their pockets. Like, liquid cash. It's just nothing. And so, making a risk in this round by going for a retake is just... Nah, it's not the one. You can't really afford to go for it. Especially when, you know, you're talking about an AWP in the picture as well. Rusty's not even thrown a single piece of utility, so still massive cut arounds for him as well in terms of saving money. Team Spirit Academy doing very well to find the follow-up round as well. That was going to be the one that puts them under most threat, put them under the spotlight, under the microscope the most. And the fact that they've just made it look so easy towards B kind of makes you maybe a little bit worried for this Godesent side, you know? I would be. I certainly would be.
Under the microscope now for Godesent. They're going to be rebuying into it as they do save the three weapons. All part for Draken. He was finding impact on Nuke, but it wasn't loads of impact. Like, it was very steady impact, I think. He was just kind of chugging along, one by one, getting his frags. However, now I feel like we need to see something a little bit more explosive. I have seen Draken have some unreal performances on this team. Can we just see it here again? Joel seemingly isn't going to be at the same heights he was on Nuke, so we're going to have to see a little bit more of a coordinated effort. Right now, the nades have been really good by Godesent. Look at the damage that's been done, Ryan. Team Spirit Academy have 3 players who have been heavily tagged down, and Plopsky might just do even more with the Molotov. Oh, we got what?
Very, very good, Draken. A collateral. AWP is brilliant. 3 versus 5, not ideal for Team Spirit Academy, not the way they wanted to start this round off. Nevertheless, they have to go with it. The AWP's there for more as well. Draken is an animal right now. DT side putting Baz and Artfrost against them all, and just as quick as you thought maybe Team Spirit Academy were going to pull away with this first map, they've been humbled a little bit here, Freddie. Put back down a few notches.
Okay, well, I was talking about how Draken had to maybe be a little bit more explosive. He heard me and went, you know what, Freddy? Just for you. Collateral gets the follow-up, and Team Spirit Academy, they're going to be walking into Rusty and Joel, who are very heavily aggressed down middle.
Nicely done from Joel. It's just Artfrost left. Keeping it flawless, hopefully, for the CT side. They needed a round like this to really build up their money. Artfrost gonna let it happen. Rusty's gonna let him run over the top though, and yeah, backstab is easy. So the bait and switch working nicely for Survive. It's double digits for both. It's Team Spirit Academy 10, Godesent 10.
Okay, so it's getting a little bit more contested here. I was actually quite worried that I was just going to be up. Team Spirit Academy have a flawless T side. However, that's a really good round from Draken. I want to see that being replicated now. Not necessarily by not necessarily his performance, but just another round on the board. Like the build up on that round was really nice. You know, the amount of damage they were getting with the utility, and then also the mid round as well from the reactions across the map. Very impressive. This time, though, Donk is going to get very aggressive up Banana. He's found openers there, but this time will not be the case. 9 to 18. After someone who has consistently had such a good performance this year, this is such a downer for him.
Not bad either. Very important shot to be hit now, of course. Bringing in, Sopfix found another, 3 versus 2, looking a little more likely here. T-Side can make this one work, it's now just Sopfix though, and Plopsky's got them both. Sight hold is good enough. Godesent 11 to 10, they take the lead. Money drained for Team Spirit Academy as well. More than likely, I think they're just gonna have to take it eco, take the deduction here, go in the next with better weaponry.
Okay. Round number 22. We've seen these Deagles sing before on Nuke. You have to do it again here, but I'm not overly hopeful. I'm actually just so shocked by Donk. 9 to 18? Like,
But,
Ryan,
yeah,
what's this about?
for someone that we hyped up so much in the pre-show, and for someone that has just been
I think
such
it's proven.
pillar.
Yeah, it's like we hyped him up for very good reasons.
Yeah. I was gonna say, for someone that, you know, is like a pillar for the team, right? For someone that is meant to be so on the mark for the Team Spirit Academy side, he's one of the highest performers, not only in this team but probably in the entirety of Tier 2. The fact that he's so vacant in such an important series like this kind of makes you wonder a little bit, you know, like is this normal? Is this meant to be
Yeah.
what's happening right now? Like, Godesent playing a very decent game of Team CS, and they're actually finding breakthroughs.
I mean, like, a 1.25 rating on HLTV is like really, 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 really good. He's literally one of the highest rated players on HLTV. In the last 3 months, him and Artfrost are respectfully the 3rd and 4th highest rated player on HLTV. That doesn't happen by mistake. Like, they are only being beat right now by Xantares and Phelps. Wait, they got bombed down. Sorry, what? I was looking at stat. Wait, Team Spirit won the round. Sorry, what? They just go towards the B bomb site and get a kill, and that's it?
It's as easy as that, mate.
Okay, you know what? Maybe they are. Yeah, I mean, point still stands, though. It's like, Art Frost has been missing some really easy shots in my perspective, and Donk has just been nowhere.
Yeah, it's very true. Not ideal. Team Spirit Academy have just found it on an eco, though, and you can't help but think. I mean, look, 2 kills. That's all they got, Team Spirit Academy. This was a 3v3. Most teams would say, well, it's doable. Unfortunately, it's not how Counter-Strike works. You don't just see a round and you call it doable and go for it. It's Counter-Strike at the end of the day. Wrap it all up. Move into round 23. Maybe a bit of a bitter pill to swallow, because that was a very winnable round up until the kills went the other way. I think Godesent were feeling pretty comfortable.
Well, that's completely changed this whole game. That round is monumental to Godesent's success. Well, sorry, to their downfall, rather. Monumental to Team Spirit's success. Softic with an Orc, I kind of rate it. I like it. He's picked it off the dead body of one of the players. And the Orc power on Artfrost, this is when we've been hyping him up. We've been talking about him. We're saying, yo, maybe he's not doing as well as he should be doing. This is when I want to see maybe him performing to the heights that I have spectated before. Donk as well. They're all towards Banana. It's going to come head on. Donk's going to get flashed and will be the first to fall. However, a very swift trade by the IGL. It's going to put it straight back to an even Stevens 4v4.
Really nicely done. Still now. Left on the clock, Team Spirit Academy. Still Frags to find and defense to figure out. That's an important kill for Plopsky. How does he get away with a second? Artfrost responds. They might just accelerate gas pedal towards B. Problem is, there's another man in sight. Artfrost has switched out the AWP for the AUG. Starts to wander on in. Do they expect Rusty to be up close and personal? 40 seconds. They've got enough time to check with these angles out. Don't get two over the mark. Baz isn't looking the right way, but he does trade 1v3 now for the big man. And he has found the first. Draka making a lot of noise, trying to imitate the idea of running through to try and pull the bomb plant off. Not going to work on Baz. Here's the steps towards CT. Peak is out, but he's caught off. Joel sees the gun barrel, spams him down through the corner. And that is very nicely done. It's going to be 12 on the board and the lead for Godesent.
What Draken does really well there is that he is constantly getting the information that Baz can't go towards back bombs like there. Baz has to be playing towards coffins, and Joel completely understands that and is just able to pre-fire that position really simply, spots his shoulder out, and that's round over. Still, the game is so close. Both teams' economy is just hanging on a wire. Godesent have a little bit more because Draken for some reason just has 7 grand in the account somehow. He seems to be so good at managing his economy. We saw that on Nuke a lot. Him, you know, maybe Jame time. He's been watching a few Jame demos. He's been saving a lot and has just been maintaining it so well that he's been able to consistently get an AWP out. However, in this round, he is going to go for an aggressive peek, and all he's going to get is a leg through the wall in return.
Oh, Draken! Thick swing.
That's bomb.
Dropped, and as you say, a lot of information picked upon that as well. Big opportunities to make this one happen. Very slow. Round 24 is an important one for Team Spirit Academy, and having lost the opening man, going to look elsewhere to try and earn these numbers back.
Ooh, that's information. A tag is going to deal 1 hit onto Artfrost, but that's actually a lot of information to know that there is a player down ramp at this time. It gives security to Godesent. They can still continuously hold towards brackets as kind of decisively as they are. However, that's a huge kill to give away. Draken's going to die. And, sorry, ZTR just run away. ZTR just left Plopsky. He's going to get the easiest entry of his life, and ZTR isn't going to be able to do anything about it. Donk finally coming alive in round number 24. What's ZTR done? Why has he run away? Godesent have 2 players on brackets. They've got full control, and he leaves his teammate all the way down in banana.
You got to think, what was that? That was a 4v5 man advantage. Godesent, the AWP finds the opening kill. And then 3 players take 1v1 duels. Like, look at the dots on the minimap, the faded CTs, right? 1 player close logs, 1 player half full, 1 player in yellow. They're all on their own. There was no swing. There was no attempt to trade. It was just all very easy kills for Team Spirit Academy. Goes 12 all. And the problem is, as much as we're talking about, well, Team Spirit Academy, you know, they've invested all of their money. Look at Godesent. Draken's got enough to buy, sure. Rusty might, well, in fact, Joel will be able to drop. Rusty won't be able to. So there will be another investment here, but Godesent also teetering on the same kind of lines as Team Spirit Academy, where you're a single round away from being reset entirely. Round 25. All to play for. Big difference here. Spirit Academy in no position to let up. Godesent in no position to give up this round either. See what goes on. 30 on the clock. Immediate nade damage. You can see just looking at the HP bars. Donk, Artfrost, both tagged up, both susceptible. 1 dink M4 potential. Worrying start, but it's a good one. It's a fast one towards long.
Oh, and I don't think they're going to be able to deal with this. Draken I love these smokes. You know these wrap smokes? Because it forces the AWPer away from library. It forces him to look towards CT. And now he's going to have nothing to say in this wrap. Here it comes. It's all going to come down to Joel and Rusty. The rotations are really close. But the problem is they're going to have to deal with these players towards long. And Softic needs to be careful he doesn't get caught off guard. But he does. ZTR comes through at the perfect time. And now the rotations are here to help the defenders who actually haven't fallen, Ryan. The smokes have completely isolated them from the T side, and it just means that they can't actually get towards the bomb. Finally, they will break through, and they actually do have the advantage. Team Spirit Academy tapping the bomb, trying to bait out ZTR, which he does. Frost lands the no-scope, and Draken, he's got so much experience. He's played at the highest level of Counter-Strike. Can he now commit to the 1 versus 3? But no, we were talking about his economy management, and he's going to go and choose a save as Team Spirit Academy are going to take back the lead.
Unreal. 13-12 Godesent. Starting to slip away. It could actually be a 2-0 now for Team Spirit Academy. Desperate times call for desperate measures, but with your money being low, what's the next step? Godesent needs to take a pause. You just got to call it there. You've got to have a 30-second breather. You've got to talk through the next steps, because while Draken has an AWP, nobody else can rebuy around you. Team Spirit Academy in a really comfy spot. Financially, you know, M4 saved on Sophic, but triple AK and an AWP. That's going to be the only like for like in this next round. It's an AWP either surrounded by an eco or a force buy, and that would be silly. So, yep, 3 USPs, 1 Deagle, never mind. A couple of upgraded, but that was a very, very late buy from Godesent. But they do elect to half buy. That's important to note, Freddie. Take an eco here, concede a 14th, ready to fight for a win and the sweep in the next.
Good fast control towards apartments. I actually don't like this. I'm really not a fan of taking this much control towards apartments early on, especially when you're up against the pistols. These rounds can be so dangerous when you have like an app stack with 2 pistols, probably the most dangerous position to be in. And it will be an A stack, and that's where the AWP is. He has been joined by a lot of his pistols, and now the pistols are all by themselves. Joel has somehow got the kill in apartments, dropped the bomb, and it's now holding it with the M4. This round is seemingly looking very winnable for Godesent. Artfrost is lurking around long with the AWP, is going to get spotted out, but will catch ZTR on a very nice flick as he's transitioning from mini pit to big pit. They still have to deal with that apartments player, and Zontic is going to try and do so. He gets the first, and he equally gets the second. Rusty on site. Do they know about him? That's the question, Ryan. Ball's been picked up. Baz spots him out. Baz executes. And 14 for Team Spirit Academy on map 2. They might just close it out here in 2 rounds.
14-12. This is the time that Godesent pulled the trigger on the pause. I want to chat about the near future because it is very near. They are 2 rounds away from being eliminated from this tournament. Scary, scary stuff. Well, pause now afterwards.
Pause.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Wouldn't be
one way to get a bit of an
Wouldn't
extension.
want to have it any other way.
Of course not, man. Important round. Make sure the mouse is working properly.
Of course. Oh. Well, my light got fixed halfway through this game. It's been very exciting. Just had maintenance walk into my room, and I was like, oh, hello. So I guess with a tech pause, we can just ramble on about stuff like that.
Yeah. I think Yeah,
it's very bizarre encounter. It was just 2 like 50-year-old men. And they just kind of came in, saw my setup, and were just there like, huh?
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, I bet that's a bit of a confusing one. Fortunately, I don't go to uni. I'm too stupid for that. So,
bro, you're smarter than me. Behave
I
yourself.
definitely am not, mate. I definitely am not. You would be surprised.
I think you'd be surprised as well.
That does look a good laugh, though, to be fair.
Yeah, it was very funny. They were very nice about it. However, Team Spirit Academy, they're looking pretty good here.
Yeah.
I love the tech pauses coming this time as well. Like it's so, of course it has, right?
Yeah, you have made your bed. You must now lay in it, you know? You will wait until everyone is ready to go back in.
I wonder what the problem is. It's always fun theorizing about the problem. No way it's like a toilet break.
No. This is what I mean, right? Hot take, Counter-Strike. If you can't, maybe if it goes to overtime, it's excusable.
I think, yeah.
But you can't go mid-game because this gives apt opportunity for someone to go on their phone and watch the stream.
Oh yeah, 100%. And like,
You know?
realistically, there's actually nothing to. There is actually nothing you can do against that. Like, if like, I don't want to like, but yeah, like that is a. We're not going to talk about that. We're actually not going to talk about that right now. I think that's probably not the best.
He was ready to go, mate. He was ready to go.
Yeah, I was ready to go, but I was like, you know what, maybe not. But yeah, toilet break shouldn't be tech pausable, especially if it's like round 27.
Especially when the win or the loss is on the line. That's what we're going at right now.
Elimination in this tournament is like literally could be held in 5 minutes.
Very true. Round 27 starts aggressive. The CT Orbit Apartments. Draken looking deep for the opening opportunity. I'm liking this from Donk, obviously seeing I think is maybe the Furious smoke. It could have been the Fnatic one, but thrown a little too off the mark. B, Molly goes in, retake nades. Oh dear, Plopsky, there's a wall there, mate. Careful. All right though. They actually gamble stack 3B. Smoke goes towards CT. Flash goes high. Plopsky blind. It's a deep CT smoke. They're looking for these frags. Look at them go. Donk, does he check right? Of course he does.
No.
Plopsky, finds a double. And now down to 3. Sontix might fall to similar fate. Plopsky's still there. Nice adjustment, but it's a 2v4. And Team Spirit Academy, they go for a faster play towards B, but a triple gamble on the B side stack could just be enough to give Godesent 13.
I mean, surely you anticipate Plopsky to be there. I don't understand how you have a strategy like this. It's obviously a set play. It's something you've dry run, something you've really put to practice. How are you not prepared for someone to be there? The trade's just not ample enough. And the bomb might not even be planted. Tapping around, going for some information. Zontic is going to plant behind the fountain. Artfrost is going to be covering him, holding towards Banana for now. And that's where Draken does lie. Zontix on 1 HP gets a kill. I feel like we can take our hat off to him. Any damage here will be quite valuable. He hasn't found out where Draken is, but he will get a kill to Plopsky. Draken, he's holding for him. Does he find the frag? Oh my god, his sensitivity is high. My word. Artfrost flicking around, a little bit discombobulated, and that will be his downfall. However, their money seemingly is going to be good enough for another buy into the next round.
That was insane. He was looking absolutely everywhere. He knew where both players were, but the problem is he just
Did he know about Draken?
Yeah, he did. He definitely heard the steps on Banana.
Okay, I wasn't sure, yeah.
It's like he knows where both players are, but he's put himself after that first kill in such an open position that, you know, when you're in the open like that, like you kind of just do have to do what he's done there and just like flick back and forth between the angles and just hope that you catch the timing. Exactly that, right? But yeah, not going to be that in that case. It is a very, very fortunate 13th. Godesent back in the game slightly, but I mean, look at the money. Just as much as you want to comment on a success story like that, you've got to recognize that funding is low, and losing another round will definitely put you out of this game.
Yeah, it's gonna be rough. Well, here, going for the aggressive peak is going to be Joel, but no. I was talking about how he used to secondary AWP in his old rosters, or even AWP in his old rosters. Right now, he hasn't proved to us, well, that dominant, to be honest. He just kind of goes and dies. It's a very nice play, but unfortunately, it provides no success. Donk is going to get bonked down. Oh my god, double nade. They both land on him. And that's one way to even up the affairs.
Thick. Flash goes deep, CTR forced forward, no one there for the trade. Artfrost, I mean, he scopes in with the AWP, he goes for the jump spot, goes for the info plays, but they've just given up a very, very easy pickup. They don't even flash into Banana, they just swing. And the fact that Team Spirit Academy walk out second best, good at all to see. Goes in towards Banana yet again, I think trying to create the idea of B presence. It's a gamble stack more towards A right now. Very chill, very, very relaxed, very slow.
I like how they have slowed it down, Ryan.
Yeah, I do like this as well. I mean, especially when last round was so fast, so like pacey. Trying to take it more mid-round EZT. Oh my god! Baz has just hit it blind.
No.
What a shot to be hitting. Chance to get stuck back into the site as well. Limited time, but that is an opening kill that is a killer. Ontix drops a smoke as well. Get retaken, fellas. That's what he's asking for. Do you dare even attempt to go through this smoke? A valuable 13 seconds of time brought towards the coffin area. Everyone just going to be stacked up for a post plant. Ontix, yeah, I was going to say, don't overstay your welcome, fella. And with that bomb being planted so open as well, look at this. The post plant's just going to be sat so deep. They've got to get a move on. Oh, up close! Oh my god, Art Frost. That is sick. Zontix trades. Draken 1v2. There's no time. There's no chance Draken's getting a defuse, especially without a kit. And that's going to be it. 15-13. Map and series points.
Wait, he's hanging around. They don't have the money for this. Baz is going to die though, isn't he? No, he survives on 10 HP. How's he done that then? Draken, my god, was that a high risk, high reward? Actually, no, there was no risk about, there was no reward about that. He just kind of, yeah, they're going to have a full buy regardless. Like, they have the money in their bank account. But Ryan, that round, you have in the 3v3, Zontic, I want to say, you know when he dropped that smoke, he just swings the angle of Util out. If there was someone holding for him, he's dead. Art Frost gets left by himself. There was actually no one covering him. I don't know how he's hit that shot, but that was a massive misplay on their front. All three of them leave coffins, but the only issue is that Art Frost is still there with his back turned. Now, last round of the game, last round of the series, last round of the tournament potentially for Godesent, and it's looking very likely as Rusty is going to fall first.
Getting panicky, oh my god, Sen. They were in pole position the majority of the map, but a couple rounds have just slipped between the fingertips and the whole map might just go crash and burning down. We'll see. Flashbang goes to top. Banana, ZTR blind. A second man dropped. Plopsky, Draken, Joel with it all to do. 3 versus 5. Minute and 10 on the clock to defend both sites between the three of them. Does not look likely, does it?
I like this crossfire, but is it going to be enough? Draken and Joel, they both have to hit zingers. The full execute comes in, it's going to be a wraparound, so the smokes are not going to block off anyone's positioning. The flashes are going to force, though, the 1v1s. Draken gets blinded. Joel has to initiate the contact, and he won't get any success. Plopsky, 1 versus 5. He's got one, but Ryan, I think we can comfortably say the Kings are going to return back to their form, and the Kings are going to be making their way towards the quarterfinals after claiming their first scope onto Godesent. It wasn't clean by any means, but a win is a win.
Exactly, especially when it's playoffs time. You know, just a 2-0 is good enough for you. Team Spirit Academy, 16-14, 16-13. That is exceptional Counter-Strike from them. And listen, yeah, sure, things did get close to beat Godesent 2-0 though. Fair play. You absolutely deserved it. Team Spirit Academy, they are our first quarter finalists. 2-0 over Godesent.
Honestly, a little part of me is kind of impressed because we were talking a lot about how Donk is the main man of this roster. He was very not apparent, especially on Inferno, and he dropped off significantly. Like, I will say he had like 2 good rounds on that T side where he gets nice entries. But what does scream to me is you sometimes get these teams that are very dominant on these individuals and they're very dominant on 1 or 2 players. But the fact that both Donk and Art Frost don't have the greatest performances, however, they still are able to accumulatively do well. As a team effort, the kill distribution is a little bit more even. And the fact that we are seeing not as much of a heavy dominance on these 2 players, and someone like Zontic as the third man, especially on Nuke, he takes the reins. It does scream to me, but look, we actually do have sustainability in the team.
Yeah, absolutely. And fair play to Team Spirit Academy, not Godesent's day today. It's unfortunate. It's Counter-Strike. It happens, Freddie. You know, you've got to live and you learn from these situations. But there you go. Our first quarter finalists, the CIS side. The question is who's going to be joining them? We have Monty versus Heat starting in about 40 minutes. So we'll be back with the pre-game in half hour or so. So hopefully you'll be joining us for that one. It's the French side versus the CIS, or the Ukrainian side, excuse me, of Monty now.
Yeah, they are Ukrainian now.
We'll have a little chat about that one in a few moments' time. But go and get your lunch and we'll be back in a few.